to our podcast episode today. We are today at the OMR fair in Hamburg. It's like a huge media fair, and we have the chance here together with the stadium we're meeting for like little matchmaking to get to know other companies.
Yeah, and in this special episode of the podcast, we try to be a bit louder than the background, but we thought it would be nice actually to take you with us, guys, and show you how it is to be in such a fair. This is, as Sophia already said, the hugest, the biggest fair, and it's, I think, OMR stands for Online Marketing Rockstars. More than 60,000 people.
I think actually it's 78,000 people.
78,000 people, amazing. No one wears masks. That is quite something to see after 2 years of Corona. But we would love to actually share, just the feeling or the vibe of the fair. And what is your kind of maybe insights? What is your feeling? What are you feeling right now?
I think first it's super excited to be back with so many people at the fair. It's a new experience now. And at the moment we are just like spending a lot of time here in our stadium booth to get to know the other companies, and it's super interesting to see what all the other startups are doing, and catching up some new contacts and maybe also customers in the future. And what about you?
First of all, live events are great. You straight away get the vibe and the feeling of the customer. We just had a talk with a big customer of ours that did not, although they signed the contract and everything, but they didn't got live for more than, I think, 4 weeks. And we were getting worried about this. And great thing was to actually exchange one-to-one and to hear that the problem is not on our side, and that there are some personal issues inside, otherwise we will go live in like a couple of weeks. And also just to brainstorm where can Bottalk technology with the audifying of articles can go further. Maybe we can integrate it inside of the newsletter or something like that. That was something to that you only get on those like one-to-one conversations, and I think that's pretty good also. For me, also one of the things that I liked here, especially at the stadium kind of launch that we are right now recording, is that there are many startups, and we sat together in the morning, just search for the startups we can exchange maybe technology or startups that can focus on things that are they're doing better than us, and collaborate.
I think this is like a pretty good chance also to collaborate with the other startups, because no startup is able to make like every product and everything around it, and when we just like have a chance to work with them together, because they are also like in kind of early stage, and then we can just produce something nice, a nice product or nice features, which are like develop both sides further, which is I think a great chance for us.
Yeah, and I'm just looking up to my notes. The startup that we talked to is called Overtone, and those guys, what they're doing is pretty exciting. They can actually predict which kind of content on the publisher's website has which quality. So they can say, okay, this is like much higher quality content because it's a big feature about some events, and this is maybe not such a high quality content coming from a big big outlet of texts. And based on this technology, we can actually develop something new together. We have this feature called playlists, and it'll be great. And at the moment, the playlists are, I think, working pretty good, but based on our analytics. So basically, you we can get like a widget on a web page that can read the top 10 articles by popularity. But with the technology that these guys are doing, we could actually develop something much more interactive and much more personalized.
Yeah, just to create like a playlist which is just based on the personal interest of the people who are hearing, and then they're not like getting the top 10, but because every listener is different interested, so the top 10 articles are maybe most heard, but maybe just like the half of them I'm interested in, and then it's like pretty nice for us and for our customers when we have like a personal based playlist, and then the interaction is gonna engage, or the engagement is increasing, so which is for us like pretty good.
Yeah, which is like follows the basic principle of the startup. Focus on one topic where you are pretty good, and try to find other ways to solve other people's problems. And if we could do it with other startups which are inside of the program, I think that will make total sense, and I'm pretty excited about that as well. Also, I think great insights from the company that we registered as the users, called Turnball app. And yeah, the co-founder is just sitting behind us, and we just registered, and we're going to get our first onboarding experience with the customer success manager of the customer personally. And the app, I think, is pretty good, right?
Yes, because like for startups like us, it's always like kind of difficult to gain like lots of good high quality leads. So this and then with this app we can just sign up there and have a higher chance to get like high quality leads, and also to reach out to the companies which are interesting and are searching for a solution for us, like us. And sometimes maybe the customers are really interested in something like this, but they don't know us. So this is like also a good opportunity for us to getting there further and just opening like a new distribution channel for us.
Yeah, and just to see how much data can be accessed from the public sources. But then if you put like language models on top of it, if you put AI, and AI can say, okay, those companies could be interesting for you, and you could have not come to these conclusions yourself. It's just exciting, and I think pretty interesting if we can work together. And overall, I think we as a company had the best experience working with the products that are done by startups as well. Take Transistor FM, for example, which we are hosting our podcast at. I think this is a great app. We learned about them through the podcast, became the fans of the company first, and now we are fans of the product and the customers. So I think this is one of the key takeaways for me. Maybe as a startup, to try to work with other startups together, and not try to work with the big players, so big products straight away. Because big companies are too big for our scale, and B, maybe we could be very valuable for each other, giving feedback each other in a much more like a straight away fashion than we could do for like a bigger company, right?
And I think also like the working together is way more closer and faster when we're just working with startups than with huge companies, because in huge companies there are a lot of people who are part of the project, and then it's getting more complicated for us to convince everyone. And then like it's also nice then just taking the startups, going further with them, and everyone has like a good impact in it.
Okay, I think one topic I wanted to ask you, because we talked about it outside of the podcast. What we do right now is works pretty good in the podcast, but it was a total disaster in our previous Belgium trip, where I think I talk like 90% of the time with the clients. Did it get better now?
Yes, I think so. Maybe I think first I need to experience in Belgium how it is to like being on the booth and talking to the customers, how we can interact, and also how we can be both like shifting, and we have that both of us are like taking part in the conversation. And also like I recognize that it's always important where you're standing. When we're standing next to each other, it's easier that we both communicate with the customers, or not the customers standing between us. This was one of our first calls, and then it was like completely difficult to interact with 3 people. And now we are also sitting on the table, just everyone was together and everyone was also facing each other. This is, I think, really important, so that all are taking part in the conversation and not just like one is talking and one is listening and said, yes, right, we're doing this.
Yeah, great. And I think we are collecting experience as we go. It is our second like live event together, and on Thursday we are traveling to Frankfurt. It's going to be a third event, and I think it'll be nice to kind of follow up with that if we became better at what takeaways we can get out of it, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, maybe always just trying it out and seeing like how we can like talking together, and which is working out good for us when we are like working together. And I think we made a development in this, and it's working out good.
Okay, great. I think with that makes up for the short kind of intro to what we did today, and we're looking forward to hearing your insights if you were there and didn't catch us. And next time, please do catch up with us, and follow, subscribe, push this like button, whatever you must do. We'll be very happy.
See you next time.
Yeah, bye-bye.